I think one of the interesting learnings over the past couple of weeks have been that, and we haven't discussed this before, is that I am generally a calm, demeanored person. So, and I go from based on what people tell me, right? So, in any environment and situation I'm in, outwardly, I wouldn't be somebody who is really anxious and panicky and highly reactive. I'm usually the one that's um, in a group setting. If there's a lot of anxiety, I'm the one that brings the anxiety down, like a thermostat kind of situation. And I think a part of that started when I was younger, and I used to people please because I used to try to manage everybody's emotions. Partially because if your emotions are heightened, it heightens mine and it brings me into dysregulation. So I need to get everybody happy and in a comfortable position so that I'm comfortable as well. Um, but then I noticed that even though I sometimes represent that calm demeanor, when you speak with me, you actually realize that I, before, not now, was a highly anxious person and a self-defeating person. So even though I was not the necessarily a vivacious, high energy, high anxiety, both positive and negative emotions, so you always know what I'm feeling at any time, all of that was happening internally. So I'm wary of myself when I'm working towards the inner peace to not feel like, so inner peace for me is not just representing a calm outward appearance, but it's being actually calm on the inside. So not just being quiet and non-reactive, but actually what's going on inside me is not going like this. It's actually being peaceful, even though that's not represented on the outside. So that's something that I've been
Yeah.
thinking
So
about.
where was your anxiety levels before compared to today? Now.
Definitely higher. And I would say, and I say higher. If it's numbers, then maybe a constant 8. And now I'd still have anxiety. It's not quite the 1, 2, it's maybe like a 3 now. But it's shorter cycles. So my anxiety before used to be like prolonged anxiety. So it's not something that would happen and then stop. It would just carry. Like this is the anxiety and it's just carrying along for weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, if I feel anxious, I know I can switch to my PQs. I know I can change my thoughts. I know I can dissociate what I'm feeling from who I am, and it slows me down and makes me a little more present. And then the anxiety kind of goes down, and I switch into, okay, this is, let's say, accept what's going on here. What can I do about it? So I feel like I've moved my brain to be able to start the process of doing that. So the cycles are not as long as they used to be, because I used to be anxious and it used to just affect me for days. Still not as short as I want to move it towards, because my hyperachiever is still saying, no, you need to, this needs to be like a switch. This needs to be a switch. But I think it's definitely shorter than it was before.
Fantastic. Thank you. Leanne, great. I look forward to hearing from you. Let me see what